ridiculous is the entire appraisal process that the banks use. Not that the appraisers are bad people, but if you think about it, I have closed dozens and dozens and dozens of transactions. And why is it that 99% of the time the appraisal comes in at exactly the price that we're under contract on? Now, that might lead one to believe that the appraiser is using the purchase agreement as the guiding tool for how he decides how much it's worth. What about how much it's really worth? Like, I'm a pretty good negotiator, so most of the time I've got that price lowered if I'm representing the buyer, and I keep it pretty firm if I'm representing the seller. But almost every time, the appraisal comes in at exactly the price we've negotiated. To me, that just says that there's not a whole lot of science behind it. Of course, they illustrate with prices per foot and cost per unit in the multi-unit properties, but far too often, the appraisal is exactly what the contracted price is. That would just lead one to believe that it's just simply subjective. So I'm just trying to illustrate for you all the many ways that there are illogical things that go on in the banking world that all kind of conspire to make things happen the way the bank wants them to happen, as opposed to maybe the way they really ought to happen. I just hate the mystery of it all. I just hate the fact that it's not completely transparent, and I think there's a better way. And so I think it's time for reform by one means or another. So let's get some reform going. Let's find some transparency, and or let's find some financing sources that will be transparent and might give you a better chance of qualifying for a home. Because this is the real estate revolution, and I'm starting it. I'm launching it. It's time that the system change so that everybody who pays their rent on time and pays more than $1,500 a month owns a home. That's the rule. That's the real estate revolution underway. I'm going to help you help yourself. Build some legacy wealth. How about that? I got to practice my piano. Talk soon.